Barca to win by 2 goals, Lewandowski to score.
Lewandowski 5+ shots.
Lewandowski will score. This is not a fixture I like to talk about. It's not Arsenal taking on big sides, but of course the El Clasico.
Valencia versus Getafe.
Yeah, don't give me that look. Let's move on. The El Clasico. Let's give the El Clasico the respect it deserves. It's one of the most anticipated fixtures. Why are you giving me that look? Because I'm saying facts. You're giving me that look.
El Clasico in 2024.
So when we talk about a Clasico, you think you want to talk about that unnecessary game you have?
The biggest game this weekend.
My sister.
The biggest game this weekend is the Clasico.
My sister. 8 years ago.
I'm not your sister.
8 years
Let's
ago.
start with that.
8 years ago, if you were talking about a Clasico, we'll listen. Now a Clasico is 10 years ago. Sorry, not even 8. 10 years ago.
We've seen a Clasico in different seasons. For everything, this time we are seeing something where the fans are yearning for the game, which means the fever, the excitement is back. And when we are saying it's back, and it's happened at the Bernabeu, and we are going to win it. The way we gave Dortmund by 2,
anyways,
get 5 free.
Most
moving on.
Moving on, exactly.
Some people that this one, you relegation.
Moving on.
Next season, Valencia will be.
You don't think that will relegate.
You will relegate.
Will not.
You relegate.
No, they won't get
5 million naira.
5 million naira.
That you not pay.
You know how long I've been flexing relegation? 2007.
But one time it would happen.
2008. That's when we're flexing
one day
relegation.
it would happen. And
We always come out alive. We're too big to go down.
Moving on, please. Let's stop all the relegation talk and let's talk something.
The man with red card.
Yeah, let's talk.
I mean, to be fair, I think this is the first Clasico in a
moving
So
on,
finally I agree.
in a very long time, this is the first
that we
care in the slightest. And I think it's very poetic because there are lots of narratives on the ground. Ironically, Real Madrid are 1 win or draw away from equaling, the La Liga record for most unbeaten games. Ironically, the club that owns that record is Barca, that set that record between 2017 and 18. So they have a chance to either stop Real Madrid, from equaling that record, or they will say Real Madrid equal that record, in front of their own fans and stuff
Ernesto
like that.
Valverde, my guy.
If you look at other plots as well, the Ballon d'Or is on. It's just a few days away. So if Vinicius performs well in that game, it sort of like solidifies his claim again. If you also look at the fact that in the Champions League, Vinicius scored a hat-trick, Raphinha responded the next day. For the very first time in a long time, we're having an El Clasico that we can look forward to. And it promises to be exciting, so to say. I've been watching Barca games this season, I'm not watching this. Before you start shining.
There to watch Barcelona.
Before that, I want to start clearing our friends. Before you start shining your teeth, I'm watching the El Clasico because I want to watch Yamal. I want to watch Raphinha. I want to watch Casado.
Lewandowski.
But let's move on now. Let's move on now to tactical. Let's move on now
Madrid
to.
don't have Couture.
No, yeah.
For the game.
So if we
don't play that Militao right back.
Who helped us? Who was the goalkeeper last season before we won the La Liga, right? With Lunin, didn't we? We did that. Was Barca not there?
Barca was not good now.
Oh, was not good. Now we've changed narrative.
But first of all, let's talk about Real Madrid too. The last time they lost 13 months ago. That's it's all down to the fraud and all of that.
You can only dream.
They almost lost at Mestalla. We're 2-0 ahead.
I can only dream it. Somebody that did Invisible.
You can only dream it.
He didn't whine. I did Invisible. Now he didn't whine.
You can only dream it. Not with all those.
When I have my golden Premier League, why would you tell me I can dream it when I literally have a golden Premier League to show for?
Strong CGPA. We try again next year.
Say another thing.
Liverpool now looking more likely
say something
to win.
else.
But please don't bring in your club.
Don't say you can only dream about it.
We are talking about the El Clasico, and
yes, don't say you can. You're the one that brought in my club.
We've seen that happen this season.
Yeah.
But if there's anything that we know is that they have always shown that big game mentality. They've always come to the party when it's needed. Before the points and the gap between them and Barca was 6, we reduced it now to 3.
I love it. Big game mentality. Then someone say I'll pack the bus for 2 legs.
Every time we've always seen that, but Man City have packed the bus against Atletico as well.
Why did you pack the bus?
That is why you can pack the bus. Anybody can pack the bus.
Ancelotti said that's the only way you can beat Man City.
Yes, now because you have to. So for every manager, and that is why you look at recent company and you say he was maybe not being clever with his game plan. Barca is playing a high line. You're also playing a high line. Can you be a master over Hansi Flick in that regard?
Why not?
He could not. It's not why not. Did he do it?
But you can do it
because they were also there for the taking. Because we keep saying that Barca is good, but let's not forget that. Let's not forget that Barca also have their struggles when it comes to it defensively. We could see them they were caught off guard against that in the game, in the Champions League game. Yeah. Just that Bayern were not clinical enough, and if they had more players that didn't as much work as I saw from Harry Kane. They were supposed to get it, and now I'm saying if you look at the defensive gap, I think that's where both teams are there to be get that hot. Madrid themselves, yes, we are not doing quite well defensively, even with the injury from Dani Carvajal, and now we're going to be having Vasquez there. He's not looking like
Militao that played.
I don't want Militao to play there. He will collect, but then you still need that Militao in that center. I think he would do better because that is probably where we'll be seeing Raphinha trying to do most of his job, and Militao needs to find
one thing I would just say about this game is that if Real Madrid continue their individual brilliant style, you will collect against Barca. I'm sorry to say you will collect. If you play, Real Madrid have been playing like individual brilliance football and it's been working because fine, you guys have the superstars, you have Vinicius, you have Mbappe, fair enough. But if you play that style against this current Barca, you'll be beaten.
But I don't think Real Madrid have been playing individual football. No, what we've been playing, what we've been playing. One thing I believe we've been playing that we have been playing of game of two different halves.
Ancelotti even confirmed.
If you look at this season,
the second half,
Ancelotti confirmed it himself.
That's what I'm saying. Two different halves. It's either we have a good first half or we have a bad second half.
If you are waiting, first half.
That's what I'm saying. It's a game of different halves.
If you cannot play proper halves against this Barca side, you lose.
If there's anything we know about the Clasico is that we always talk about these players coming to show their superpowers. These players coming to show what. Sides. Yeah, that's why I say the players, not just for Madrid, every of the team. And it's not even about the form you've had throughout that season. Most times it's who wants to get that bragging right and who is going to that. Come on, don't forget it's going to be at the Bernabeu. I don't see. I know it's going to be.
That place that you collected 4-0. That they didn't even
the best team that they will
collected win. 6.
Yes, the best team would win.
If you've been listening to. I told you, I've been following Barca a lot this season. I've been listening to their interviews, watching press conferences. They're exciting. And if you listen to what the young players have been saying, Barca have the youngest squad in La Liga right now, the second youngest. They are average age.
We are the youngest.
I think, is it Valencia that has
we are the youngest in probably Europe.
But Barca's average age is 23.6 years old. Against Bayern, they used about 6 players from La Masia. They are playing with so much confidence at the moment. This is the same Raphinha that a few months ago they wanted to sell this guy.
And we've seen the new manager has found a way to do it quite well. They are playing with so much
freedom. Their midfield, everybody is just playing at the peak of their powers right now. That's why I say Madrid should play their individual style of you collect.
No, if you are saying they will collect, even if you talk about Barca will also collect, let's not forget that Madrid also have the pacey wingers. Yes, that's it. We also have the pacey wingers. We also have the players that can hurt.
Madrid.
Just like Barca. So I'm saying this game is going to be entertaining. I'm just saying one thing I'm sure of is that it's going to be goal field. We'll have goals in this game. I don't think it's going to be that conservative.
Madrid to see
it's not possible. They cannot score like 4.
Guys,
they can't score.
It seems like the kind of game where after all the roasting that they've been roasting Bellingham for not scoring, it's now against Barcelona and will now score his first goal of the season.
And the script is there already, right?
Yeah, it's there, but I know that.
But we know that Real Madrid get a penalty.
Oh, that's definitely.
It's whether we get it. Why do we have a penalty? Because we're always at the opposition box, and you have to do the right thing. Please, in all of these things, we say quote any of the penalties that are not penalties.
I didn't say it to be wrongly.
So I just say it to be
wrong.
Maybe I'm trying to say that.
Why do you think? Why you feeling attacked? Exactly. Why you feeling attacked? He just said you get it. It can't make a prediction. Can't make a prediction.
For which one? For the penalty.
For a penalty. Did he say you are cheating? He just said the penalty will come true.
Bet on it.
He just said it to come true now.
It will be good. It will be good for it to come true.
Yes.
But then at least this time we'll not say that there's no guilty conscience. You only be guilty when you are found.
All I said is there will be a penalty. Then he said I should prove where the penalty has not been deserved.
But let's look at the grand scheme of things here. If Barca go on to win this game, are they run away already for the La Liga title?
Oh, if they win this game, it's going to be the kind of confidence to even give them going forward. They might not even lose a game for a long time. Like, it's a big deal. in El Clasico, and to do it at Bernabeu against Real Madrid.
It's a difficult ask, but do you think they can?
What it does for those young players? Yeah, they absolutely can. I mean, this game is a game that either team can win.
Yeah.
And I think for the first time in a long time, both of them look like
they'll give us a fight.
Yeah.
Well, if you look
because
at it too,
in recent seasons, either one has been too good for the other, the other one has been too good for the other. You understand? Remember when Xavi was just slapping them anyhow at first? Then later on, they turned it around and started slapping Barcelona back. So, but this time around, it feels like both of them are coming top form, full of confidence and all of that. And
I think the result of this game will be a big factor towards the title in itself, because if I know it's still quite early, but then if Madrid is able to close that gap, it's another sort of charge for the team going forward, because we could see how the gap was, and if they do it this time, it gives them that fever not to even lose, because definitely the unbeaten will come to an end one day. I'm sure it's going to happen. I don't know if it's this season, I don't know if it's next season.
It will come to an end against Valencia next week.
Against Valencia. Even if you are to lose, it's not against your team. It's not going to happen. It's not possible. It's not possible.
Or you want to win title.
It's not going to happen this time. So if they get to win it, I think it's going to change. It's going to be a twist for both managers, because now it's not going to be more of how good can you push your team going forward, because now the gap is closed. I just feel it's going to be goal first. I just see it happening, because all wingers are doing quite well. I've seen Raphinha. Raphinha is having the best of the season. He has created the most chances in the top 5 leagues in Europe. I think 44 he has already. 7 goals he has and 6 assists. I think something like that already.
No, he has 9 goals.
So 9 goals and 7 assists. That's it. So it's quite good. Quite good. I'm happy for Barca, so that nobody will come here and say after we win it that one team was poorer than the next.
For either team if they lose this game? Who would be more affected?
Madrid will be more affected. If Madrid loses this game, it's going to be a big blow in many of the competitions we're even going to play. Because look at the even in Champions League, it's not like we're in the front, in the runners up when you talk about the group standing. And then if you then come to Bernabeu and beat this team, we've not been playing quite well. It's just going to seal it to the players that you've been sort of ugly on the pitch so far in this season. So it's a statement for Madrid players. It's them trying to build back on that confidence.
So you know that people have not been playing well.
I've always said it here. I'm saying yes, we are winning. No,
I've you told us that you don't care about.
If I say that we are playing well, then I'm going to be lying here. No, we've not played quite well, but we've been able to deliver. We've always done that thing we are known to do, which is to get the points or get the victory at the end of the day.
So just to wrap it up, bold predictions for the game.
Penalties for.
Guys, don't lie. Why are you afraid of me? Say what you want to say. If it's penalty, fine.
Actually, I think that we're going to have at least 10 corners, and that's something worth looking at. If you're looking,
we have 2 explosive wingers at both ends. So it's logical.
Also, I think Mbappe will have 5 shots, as always, 5 or 6 shots. So if you want to do bet builder, put Mbappe shots, put Lunin is one keeping up. Put Lunin saves.
4 saves.
4 or 5 saves. He will have to make it. Is he Peña that is keeping up?
Yeah.
He's not going to keep a clean sheet.
Yeah, that
one is constant.
Is in your predictions? Bold one.
Bold one. Madrid to win.
That's not bold.
I've not given you the score line.
Tell us Madrid to win 5-0.
Exactly. No. Madrid to win 2-1.
Fair enough. Barca to win by 2 goals. Lewandowski to score.
Lewandowski 5+ shots.
Lewandowski will score. I'm so sure.
Put Vinicius 4 shots. It wasn't happen.
4 shots.
Yeah.
He might not do it.
He will.
He doesn't shoot like that.
He doesn't exactly.
It's going to happen
shoot like that.
This time.
Okay, bold.
Fair enough.
It's going to happen.
But anyways, that's all the time we have for you. The El Clasico is just around the corner, and this version promises to be very exciting. We've got both teams firing on all cylinders, and it promises to be a very good one. Will Real Madrid come out on top and show why they are the reigning European champions, or will Barca show that they can take out anybody that stands in their way after that comprehensive victory against Bayern Munich? Tell us your thoughts in the comment section below. Who is going to come out on top at the weekend, and what are your predictions for this big game? Catch you after the result.